Welcome to DojiDojo. If you want to really get good at something, you have to be willing to learn from the greats. Getting to the top level in day trading is no different. Whether you find yourself a mentor who trades in their retirement, or you follow the channel of some former professional trader turned content creator, the goal should be the same. Get as many bits of useful information as possible to reduce the time you'll need to grasp the same concepts that these people spent thousands of hours mastering before you. Then, feel free to keep whatever works for you when you're trading and discard the rest. But it turns out there's something even better than trying to learn from your favorite streamer, the one that won't even DM you back. There's books on everything in case you didn't already know that, and lucky for us, some really smart people have taken the time to share their notes on trading strategies, psychology, their personal struggles and success stories, and more. In this video, I'm going to share some of the best trading books that I've read. There might be some better books out there, but these are the ones that have had a lasting impact on me for one reason or another. Number 1. How to Trade in Stocks by Jesse Livermore. I have this book at number 1, not because it's the best book, but because it's one of the first books I ever read about trading. When I first got into the stock market, I was scouring the internet for information because I had no real strategy or direction yet. It would still be another couple years before I started to learn how to trade properly, so this was a phase of just me soaking up everything I could about the market. I noticed that other people were recommending Jesse Livermore's philosophy, and I immediately bought the book on Amazon and read it. It's not an overly technical read, and it's actually quite entertaining because his story is so fascinating. My eyes had dollar signs for a few days after reading about how Jesse made $100 million during the Great Depression while everything around him was falling apart. I remember wanting to know what he was able to see in the market that allowed him to be ready for such a crash and also have the confidence to short it with such a large position for as long as he did. I recommend this book for two reasons. First, his philosophy in trading is still relevant today, but perhaps more importantly, his tragic life story also serves as a cautionary tale for beginners who may be neglecting the darker side of trading. For all the money that this job can provide, it can still be extremely stressful, and it has taken a lot from people at times. Every new trader should be familiar with the name Jesse Livermore before they start trading live. Number 2. Market Wizards by Jack Schwager. This book is a compilation of interviews with a variety of traders from every market. Schwager sat down with some of the most extraordinarily successful traders in the world and got a glimpse of their background, trading philosophy, and even the story behind some of their biggest trades. You'll get to see the context behind famous trades such as Bill Lipschutz entering a spread in the currency markets with 23,000 options contracts for a total position size of $800 million. What I found most impactful was the reoccurring theme that many of the world's most successful traders struggled quite a bit before they started to find their rhythm. Some of them blew up multiple accounts and had to borrow money to get back into it, and they still stuck with it regardless of the pain that they were dealing with during those times. Despite being published over 3 decades ago, the principles and insights in this book are priceless. Persistence, psychological fortitude, Mamba mentality, whatever you want to call it, the best traders all seem to have it. So if you've ever dreamed of getting to that level one day, this is a book that will help you see exactly what that level looks like. Number 3. Trading in the Zone by Mark Douglas. This is a must-read if you're serious about reaching the top. If you're in this just to make a couple $1,000s a month and spend it on Valorant skins, you're not in the right place to begin with. But if you want to grow your trading business steadily and scale up while learning to handle the increased stress of managing larger positions, this book is essential. It focuses on the psychological aspects of trading and emphasizes the importance of developing the right mindset for success. Douglas argues that successful trading is less about the technical aspects and more about mastering one's emotions and psychological state. I completely agree. After everything I've seen and learned thus far, I now believe that trading is about 90% mental, contrary to the common belief that it's all about your strategy or having enough access to capital. Douglas even provides practical exercises and techniques to help you more clearly identify the issues in your own trading and to try to change detrimental mental patterns. Keep a copy of this by your desk at all times so you can refer to it on those extra tough days where you're feeling rattled. Number 4. The Man Who Solved the Market by Gregory Zuckerman. "There are patterns in the market," Simons told a colleague. "I know we can find them. Let's work on the system. Next year, I know we can be up 80%. These are some quotes from Jim Simons back in the 80s and 90s. Long before he had sophisticated algorithms to trade with, Simons was a mathematician with the ambition to be the best. Jim Simons passed away just a few months ago in May 2024, but he left behind a legacy that many believe is unmatched. From founding Renaissance Technologies to the development of the Medallion Fund, Simons put together an unparalleled track record with average annual returns exceeding 66% before fees. Let me say that again, an average annual return of 66% before fees, and he did this for about 3 decades. I could make a video just about his background, but it won't be as good as reading this book. Stories like his are inspirational for those of us who are trading with higher standards than most of the competition. I'm talking about the traders who are after mastery, the ones who refuse to reduce this business to guesswork. So if you're like me and you aim to consistently outperform the market, then you're definitely going to enjoy this book. Number 5, The Encyclopedia of Chart Patterns by Thomas Bulkowski. This book is more of a reference guide, but it's worth looking through at least once when you're starting out. Bulkowski has analyzed the wax drippings out of every single, double, and triple candlestick pattern, and then some. He tracked them over a period of years, reported his findings, and shared the success rate for each pattern in terms of predicting a trend continuation or reversal. Not all of the results are extremely useful, but they're still a great starting point for those of you who are new to technical analysis. However, I advise you against applying any of these candlestick patterns in a vacuum. That's essentially what Bulkowski did when reporting his stats, and that's the reason the results are often unimpressive. What you should do instead is find a few patterns that resonate well with your trading style and learn how to identify them quickly when you glance at a chart. Then, practice trading them in conjunction with other technical analysis concepts like trend lines, indicators, and larger price action patterns. It's not feasible to use all of the data in this book to make your trading strategy. But when you're new, having a reference like this can make it a lot easier to get used to learning and identifying these patterns. Books have become quite underrated in the content creator era. Many authors who mastered trading and technical analysis are relatively unknown today, despite their proven expertise. Their books usually offer more in-depth insights than any online streamer or free course. Most content creators will focus on entertainment and they're constrained by their video length. Unless it's a series or a full course, you're unlikely to gain the type of insight that will really transform your trading. Authors, especially those who learned trading before hot tub streaming on Twitch, can condense a 6-hour lesson into a single chapter, and many of them do just that. One of these books is called Trading with Charts for Absolute Returns by Robert Fisher, which I'm still reading now. It includes some great examples on how to pair trend lines with Fibonacci retracements for even better accuracy. So consider this a bonus recommendation for sticking around until the end. At DojiDojo, we believe in consistent self-improvement, and reading often is a great way to achieve that. Seemingly simple concepts in trading can be broken down in numerous ways, so getting a detailed explanation from multiple sources is always going to be better than seeing a few examples online and inserting them into your strategy right away. There's plenty other great books on trading out there that I haven't gotten to yet. What are some of your favorites? Leave your recommendations in the comments. Also, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon if you haven't already, and we will continue to bring you high quality trading content in the future.